What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Up Next. I'm gonna come back with another video. Hey man, say man, look, they say y'all might as well get y'all Free Thug t-shirts and things and hoodies ready for the summer. They say a poetic Flacco say that boy Young Thug going back down the road. Man, let's hop straight into it. Listen, man, we ain't gonna listen to the whole 20-minute yapping session. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. Without Poetic Flacco, this video wouldn't be available. But listen, if y'all want to check out this whole 20-minute video, y'all can go watch it on your own. Me personally, I'm gonna watch 8 minutes of it and get my extra ads. Okay. Well, to that, let's get into it. Let's go.
Has officially filed a motion to send Young Thug back to jail. And it all stems from a couple of tweets that Young Thug posted yesterday. Tweets are not illegal. This is America. We have freedom of speech. But because Young Thug signed quite possibly the worst plea deal I've ever seen a high-profile celebrity signed, they have the leisure to essentially send Young Thug to jail whenever they so please. And this right here is a perfect example of it. When we found out what Young Thug's plea deal was, everybody and their mama on social media told Young Thug, bro, you better all fight in this case, bro. This is just a trap to send you back to jail.
Participation in criminal street gang activity. How do you plead?
I plead guilty.
As to count 58, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. How do you plead?
Guilty.
As to count 59, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. How do you plead?
Guilty.
As to count 60, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. How do you plead?
Guilty.
As to count 61, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to count 1, conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. How do you plead?
No law.
As to count 56, participation in criminal street gang activity under the leadership charge. How do you plead?
No law.
Right.
I think you didn't ask about count 62.
As to count, thank you, Your Honor. As to count 62, possession of a machine gun. How do you plead?
Guilty.
The plea deal was horrible, Brett. They gave Young Thug 15 years of probation. And if he violates within 15 years just one time, they can send him to jail for 20 years because the 20 years is a backloaded suspended sentence. And their terms for violation is even more ridiculous. Young Thug is banned from Atlanta for 10 years.
Damn.
Young Thug can't say gang terminology. He can't use it in his music. So if he says cuh, slat, slime, slut, 20 years in jail.
Damn.
He can't hang out with any felons, 20 years in jail. Right? He can't contact anybody who was on that particular case with him besides Gunna, 20 years in jail. So it's just so restrictive that it's almost impossible for Young Thug to avoid not going back to jail for 20 years. You know the plea deal is bad when your own lawyer is coming out after pleading and he's telling you, bro, we could have gotten a not guilty plea, bro. I'm not happy with this guilty plea, man, but Thug wanted to take it because Thug wanted to come home today.
As far as how Jeffrey's feeling now, he knows my feelings, which I'm not going to reveal for attorney-client privilege, but this is not the same as a not guilty verdict. That should have been ran. But nobody here wakes up every day on a concrete floor that they're calling his bed, gets up at 4:15, gets shackled at his feet, his waist, and his hands, comes to the Fulton County Courthouse to be on concrete, eating out of a bag. Doritos is his meal of choice. And then coming to a courtroom and sit there with a leg chain on him every single day and hear lie after lie. So for Jeffrey go home today and not have another 90 days or 120 days of it, he is very happy, thankful to the Honorable Court. So to answer your question, this was not what I wanted. I don't believe that it is just, but I believe that under these circumstances, it is justice for Jeffrey Williams, and he is delighted, as are we, and thankful.
Essentially, Young Thug sold his soul to the devil that is Fannie Willis, and he then signed up to be in Fannie Willis' grip, right, for at least 15 years. So now what we have is, because Fannie Willis feels like she can abuse her power and do anything, because she essentially got Thug under this 15-year probation that threatens him with 20 years of backloaded suspended sentence. So yesterday, Young Thug made a tweet that Fani Willis didn't like. Young Thug posted biggest liar in the DA office. And this is a picture of Marissa Verrado. I'll call her Verrado the Vixen, all right? This is the quote-unquote undercover detective who has essentially managed to weasel her way into the good graces of gangbangers all across the city because she looks like a BBL Instagram model, and she's managed to weasel information out of them, and then she testifies against them as a gang expert. It's a dirty game she's playing, which is why she never shows her face in court. Barreto is the same lady who was testifying in the YSL case, got caught up in multiple lies, got discredited, the judge yelled at her. She's a mess. But Young Thug posted this because she's now doing the same thing to Lil Baby, all right? So she was testifying in the Goodfella Lil Baby Ops RICO case. And while she was testifying in front of the grand jury, she testified that the Goodfellas was on wiretap saying that Lil Baby put a bag on their head. But here's the thing. They never said Lil Baby. Right? She came to that conclusion on her own.
Oh, what's up, huh? Oh, what's going on? Man, them folks, like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even like that, man. Them folks got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
He said them folks got a lot of tickets on a bunch of these folks' head. Did y'all hear him say that? All right, she gonna watch, and Vermerino is gonna explain it to them. Hold on. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna play it on its own, so y'all be like, "Sylvia, you want?"
Lil Baby sound like he got a nasal infection. That's not Lil Baby.
You shut up. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Okay.
Nah, don't play it again.
To have them arrested,
harmed, or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones had wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Sometimes your tracks are right there, but there's...
This ain't looking good for
Never
Baby.
said Lil Baby's name, but they brought the gang expert Marissa Verrado in court so she can testify. But here's the thing. When she testifies, the court is not allowed to put the camera on her face. She is an undercover detective, right? She is remaining anonymous. So what's going on here is, because she's been in the YSL trial, because she's been in several high-profile trials, people in court has identified her, and they've been posting her on social media. So Young Thug posted biggest liar in the DA, and he showed her picture, showed her face, but he never identified her as Marissa. He just said, this the biggest liar. But nonetheless, though, like, Fani Willis was very upset that Young Thug posted this, right? Because first of all, Marissa is supposed to be like incognito, undercover. So you posting this is already out in somebody currently testifying in the high-profile gang RICO, right? You know, gang RICO, like, for example, Goodfellas, who was known for taking out snitches. So Fani Willis is upset, right? And Fani Willis is putting all the blame on Young Thug because apparently after Young Thug posted this, death threats started to reel in. People began to threaten, you know, Fani Willis, began to threaten Marissa, began to threaten her mama. So Fani Willis filed a state motion to revoke Young Thug's probation. Now, they will claim that apparently Young Thug, who is the defendant, continued presence in the community under probationary supervision presents a clear and present danger to public safety and undermines the rule of law. The cold part about all of this is Young Thug isn't even in their community. Y'all banned him for 10 years. Did y'all forget? Look.
Hold on. Because I think I just saw, like, Young Thug attending an NBA game. I can actually Google it. Young Thug attend NBA. So what game did he... Oh, it was in Miami. Okay, it was in Miami. I thought it was Atlanta. I was just saying, boy, that boy hell.
Look at how vague this is, and you can't tell me probation ain't slavery, yo. So apparently, Fani Willis believes that she has the power to send Young Thug to jail whenever she so pleases, and her reason is the conditions of probation were imposed pursuant to OCGA, which authorizes courts to establish and enforce conditions necessary to protect the public and uphold the administration of justice. So apparently Young Thug don't even have to violate the specific conditions they set in place. They can make up conditions as they go, right? If they so please decide that Young Thug breathing this stirs public safety, they can bring him back to prison. Under the section escalating threats and witness intimidation, they will say the investigator Marissa Viverado is currently testifying in a multi-defendant gang murder preliminary hearing, which remains ongoing and is set to reconvene on Monday, April 7, 2025. During this hearing, the court explicitly ordered that the witness not be shown on television while testifying. Despite this order, a known blogger deliberately violated the court's directive by posting on social media she doesn't want to be shown on screen. Well, here she is, along with a photograph of investigator Viverado. The blogger who did that was Infamous Sylvia, by the way. Now, they're now saying that Young Thug apparently got wind of this, and Young Thug decided to add his insult to injury too. The work will say on Tuesday, April 1st, 2025, Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, amplified this act by reposting the image with the caption, Marissa Viverado is the biggest liar in the DA's office. Yo, they put this in quotation as if that's what Young Thug said. Young Thug never said her name. He said biggest liar in the DA office. Like, if you're going to put something in quotation in the official court document, bro, you might as well get it accurate. This is why Young Thug and them beat, well, they didn't beat it, right? Like, Yak Gotti beat the RICO, but Young Thug pled guilty before he could beat it. But this is why they beat it, right? It's too many administrative errors. They will go on to say that Young Thug post quickly went viral, amassing over 2 million views with thousands of comments and retweets, many of which included direct threats to investigator Viverado and her family. At this point, it feels like if you're on probation, you're not prison doxter. But here's the thing, bruh.
If the hate is really real, then pull up to her mama crib.
Now, can you imagine being one of these Twitter trolls, you posting one out of your 1,000 tweets, and then you wake up and you see yourself in a complaint for Young Thug? I feel like us normal people, we will be really upset, really frantic, really scared. But for trolls like this, I feel like they live for this, bruh. Like, they live for moments like this, yo. Right? They now, this one ain't no screen.
I will personally make sure Fannie Williams is...
shot. This one you can tell Fannie Willis took this picture herself.
Oh
all right, right? Because this is taken by a phone through the screen. So Fannie Willis took this picture herself, man. So the tweet says, "I will personally make sure Fannie Willis is assassinated," and they marked out Fannie Willis' crib. Now this tweet got 93 views, bruh. So you know somebody was looking and searching. Again, mentally ill fans have nothing to do with you.
Hey, that's enough, bro. That's enough, my guy. That's enough. Y'all comment y'all opinions down below next.